Jason Fitz with Yahoo Sports, hanging out with Joe Alt. Joe, joining us on behalf of USAA. We'll get to that in a minute. Draft is almost here. So let's start with obviously what that experience is like. Has it set in yet that in a little over a week, you're going to find out randomly with no choice where you're about to live?
Yeah, it's definitely starting to set in. Being a week out, it's getting closer now. I'm really excited. For me, it's been this waiting period here in April a little bit where the visits were over. So now I'm just kind of getting excited to know where I'm going to go and kind of, dive into the new playbook, the new team, the new people. I'm getting really excited.
Has there been a visit experience that stood out to you?
You know, I had 3:30 visits, visited with the Jets, Giants, and the Titans, and they were all great. Really got to meet, the staff, the people in the building, and really they were all great. I have no negative things. They're all just unique in their own ways. Got to learn so much about the people there, and overall it was just a great experience at all three.
That's the perfect answer. But man, like, look, I lived in Nashville for over 20 years. I have a lot of friends there. Titans fans want you, man. Like, so what do we know about Nashville? What's our level like? Are we ready to get out there and do some blind date? I don't know what we're thinking.
Yeah, for me, obviously Nashville, I'm a big country fan. So, that's obviously very cool for me. The country bars down there and everything would be, cool. And like country atmosphere is something that, I've always listened to. So I've always heard about Nashville. It was my first time going down there on my 30 visit, but, really love the trip, love the city and love the people there. So, I'm just excited to see what happens next Thursday.
Yeah, no, as a guy that made a living playing that country music for a long time, I appreciate that. So here's the thing. Whenever I'm breaking down offensive linemen, what do I know? Like, I'm a 5'9" fiddle player. So this is what I do. I reach out to as many former fat guys that I know that played in the league or played high-level college football. When I say your name, I'm telling you, eyes light up like I'm talking to a kid about Santa Claus. What is it about your game that translates so much, so well to guys that play?
Yeah, I think for me, I take a lot of pride in the technique part of the game. I try to really, hone my skills on that part. For me, something that I had the mindset is if I put the work in, I have my technique down. If something ever goes bad, I can always fall back on my training. And that's something that I, hold myself to through my hard work. And then I think, my ability with my size and my athleticism, I think I have the ability to mirror guys in pass pro, but also use my size and my advantage, my length. So, I think those are some of the, the strong attributes of myself.
How does the game translate for you going from college and the offenses you've been a part of to what you're anticipating at the NFL level?
Yeah, at Notre Dame, we had definitely a pro style offense. So I feel like I got a good feel for, all the run schemes and the different kind of pass pros, 5, 6 man, play action, stuff like that. So I feel I've been well prepared at Notre Dame for the next level. I had 3 great offensive line coaches there that, all taught me different things that I was able to, put into my game and use. So I'm excited for this next step and to, see where it ends up and kind of how I can take those skills that I've learned and then just continue to, elevate them at the next level.
Yeah, your dad also played too, right? Like, so what sort of impact does that make on your process and how you prepared to get here?
Yeah, my dad's been the biggest impact on me growing up in my football career, both off and on the field. He's taught me the ins and outs of, on the field technique, lifting and running and how to get into shape for, the season and camp. But the biggest thing as of recent for me is just the mental side of things. He's really, taught me how to prepare and how to watch film and, how to break down opponents and defenses. And then also just how to continue to have that mindset of, the big thing we always talk about is the refuse to lose, whatever you got to do to not let, your guy hit the running back or guy hit the quarterback has been, the biggest thing he's instilled in me and, things that I try to take from him, every conversation that we talk about football and try to, apply it to my game, apply it to my film study, whatever I'm doing, he's been the biggest impact on me through my football career for sure.
Is there a guy though that you look at on Sundays that you can't wait to go up against? I mean, this leap, this moment, great pass rushers in the NFL. Is there someone you're looking at?
There's a ton of really good pass rushers out there, and I'm just excited to, be in the next level. You got guys like, Nick Bosa, Myles Garrett, the biggest of the big, they're the best guys out there. There's players all over. I'm just excited to be, in that environment and just continue to do what I love, and that's compete and just try my best every Sunday and go out there and compete against those guys.
All right, so big boy fit, right? Like you gotta look right going into the draft. Like, what do we do? You want to give us any hints? What are we wearing? What's it gonna look like?
Yeah, it's not gonna be anything crazy. I like to think I'm not gonna be, flashy by any means. That's just who I am by my nature. So it won't be anything crazy, but it'll be, a nice outfit that I look respectable in and feel comfortable in as well.
When your name gets called, who are you gonna be around?
I'll be around, the people closest to me, my close family, my friends. I'm gonna be here in Minnesota with them, and for me, that was the decision I want. I'm one of five. So having, all my siblings around me, people who have allowed me to grow both as a man and as a player on the field, and, coaches and people who are, very close to me and, have allowed me to become who I am today are going to be around me.
I mean, you're going to tell me you just want to be drafted. I know that. I anticipate the answer here, but come on. It's like just two buddies talking. Like, is there a dream spot? Is there a place that you look at like, God, I wish I could be drafted by?
For me, I'm, I'm not going to give you, a place. I'm just excited, for the next step and, being able to compete at the next level. I'm excited to be whoever ends up taking me. For me, it's not who's going to take me. And I mean, obviously I'm excited wherever I go, but I just love the game of football. I love competing. I love being able to go out there and, work hard on, Monday through Saturday, and then being able to go out there and, allow my preparation, my work to show on Sunday. And that's what I'm most excited for.
All right. So tell everybody what you're doing with USAA.
Yeah. So I partnered with USAA here before the draft. I was able to fly out to Detroit to the Selfridge Air National Air Base, and was able to meet a whole bunch of military members and hear their stories. And, military has always been very important to me and my family. Both my grandfathers served in the Army. So, being able to hear they both passed away or one passed away before I was born, one passed away when I was 3. So I didn't get a lot of conversations with them and hear their stories, but, I saw it through my parents and how they were raised. So being able to hear the stories of the military members on base and being able to hear them and just kind of, listen and being able to kind of see the traits that they have and similar to my parents was really cool for me. And I was able to, tour the base, was able to fly up in a Black Hawk helicopter with Bo Nix over Detroit and over the draft site. It was a really great experience for me. And, I always want to show my appreciation and my gratitude for those who serve, because I wouldn't be able to do what I do without them. So for me, it was overall great experience, and I was very fortunate to be able to, be a part of that.